to a new video. All the footage for this intro actually got deleted, but I think that was a more fun way to start the video. And I look cute today. That's because I'm about to go take that intro clip, because I gotta look cute. Okay, so hello guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I am making a skirt. This is only the second clothing item I've ever made with a sewing machine. The first one was the practice skirt to make this, so I overestimated my ability, but I did good. Everyone's very impressed with me. I was also planning on making another thing, but this video ran too long and I haven't started on that, so that's not in this video. You'll just see it show up at some point in my wardrobe. Just know I made it. I'll show it to you. It's gonna be like a little flowy. It's gonna be green. It'll be cute. But I hope you guys enjoy watching. The things are in the washing. I meant to vlog this, but I didn't. I cut the fabric though, so I'm not gonna show you the flowy because I don't have time in this video before it goes up to do that. So instead, we're just gonna see the shirt, and then there's also a second project I'm working on that I'll maybe work on during this, but let me show you what we got in terms of it being cut, not cut yet. So you can kind of see the outline of the skirt. This is gonna be the lining, so that just kind of goes on the inside. And then here's our fun little pattern piece cut into a bunch of rectangles, and that'll be that. Then over here, I'm working on a corset-like top, so I've got all those pieces. This is like some practice fabric, so I can figure it out. Time lapse of me cutting it out. Let's go. I've come a long way since this video right here, where I didn't even know what half the stuff did. I just threaded my machine with white thread, and we're gonna take all of this and we're gonna seam them so it's a circle and not two pieces of fabric. Okay, if you actually want to know how I'm doing this, it's called a French seam. Here's how I learned, but we're just gonna go over it. I'm gonna demonstrate on this one and then just do the rest on my own because it's quite boring. So I created a 1/2 inch seam allowance on both sides, which means in total I lose 1 inch of fabric. So I'm gonna line it up with it so I have a 1/4 inch seam allowance here, and then I'm just gonna sew a straight line. Start with the right sides up. So the right sides are the sides that are going to show in the end. You start with the right sides up so that when you do your final seam, it'll work out, trust me. So currently the front of the skirt looks like this. Look, they're sewn together. And then what you do is you take this, press it out to make it looser. Not exactly sure why I do this, but I was told to, so. And then you're gonna cut it to get rid of some of the excess fabric. And then you're gonna flip it, and then you pin this so that you have a tight seam. Now it's all taut, so there's no it's not like loose on top. There's a nice seam, and then you're just gonna stitch along this line, and then you iron it and you're done. So you end with a seam that looks like this on the outside and this on the inside. So we sealed in our thing, and then you just iron it so it lays to one side. Be back when they're all circles. So what was just witnessed was me hemming the end of the lining, as you can see. It's all nice and hemmed now, so that's all good. I have serged most of these, meaning that I've just sealed all the edges, and that's what I'm up to. This one's hemmed because it's the bottom piece, and you don't hem these top two because of the way that they end up getting sewed. It hems itself. So as soon as I finish serging all of them, we'll come back for the next step, which is going to be ruffling. Now that all of the edges have been serged so that they don't rip, next step is to ruffle it. So on a small scale, it'll look kind of like that. On a larger scale, the first one looks like that. So I'm going to do some time lapse, a little bit of time lapse, because this is already going to be a long video. And we've only got a few steps left though, so let's do the next thing. We have come to a very exciting part in our process. We are finally sewing the layers together. So we have them all ruffled, we have them all, and I have pinned the first one together. So these are my first two layers. And I've pinned that, as you can see, I've pinned them with the seam out so that they'll kind of have this look. This was my practice skirt I did. Glad I practiced. So like that's the overall vibe of it. So they're gonna have like the seam sticking out, but it'll look better because like it's a textured fabric, so I think it'll like lay better in the end. But I think I'm gonna time lapse this one because I'm just so excited. Also, I'm about to need to change my thread. I already had to refill my bobbin. Okay, here's the update. Here's our first two put together. As you can see, it's quite wide because I really wanted the loose skirt look, but look, we have two together. I'm gonna go finish this up and I'll show you before I attach the lining. We are now attaching the lining. I have the full skirt. It looks like this. I know it's great. We need to attach the lining so it's not sheer. That's what we're doing. Got lining to pattern. Flip it inside out. Flip it inside out. Put this around this. And we're gonna pin it. I don't know where we left off, but I'm gonna give you a little update. Skirt. The lining on the inside is attached. I just did this double seam up here, and last thing we need to do is sew in the elastic, so. All done. Wow, that was so fun. I had the best time making that skirt. I got through 2.5 Harry Potter books, for context, for how long, on Audible. Love Audible, amazing. That's how long it took me to film all of this. So, yeah, I had to cut down the footage quite a bit. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it brought a smile to your day, and I hope that you're having a great day. Just remember that you're loved and you look amazing always. Okay, bye.